Scientists created the world's widest paint. It could quite literally eliminate the need for air conditioning. Now, this is big because with this kind of paint, we wouldn't even need air conditioning in cars. In a way, right? Let's say, for example, you've got a shitty car with no aircon in it. If you spray painted your car with this white paint, your car would be very cool inside. Now, how hot do cars actually get? Well, that is a great question, right? Reading from Google, a car or a truck cabin in summer can be up to 30 degrees Celsius hotter than the outside temperature. So when it's a balmy 35 degrees outside, it could be a deadly 65 degrees inside. Now, I actually made a video on my first YouTube channel where I ended up cooking sausages inside of my car, inside of a frying pan, and I ate them afterwards and it was overcooked. That's how hot a car can be, and that's how incredible the world's widest paint can be. So reading from this website today, which is USA Today, this is what the paint actually looks like. Just quickly showing you. Look at this guy. He's like, look at me. I've invented something so cool. You white people will be frightened. I don't know where I'm going with this. I do actually know where I'm going with this. You'll have to see where I'm going with this in a second. You may be offended. Anyway, reading from this, right? So the widest paint in the world has been created in a lab in Purdue University, all right? A paint so white that it could eventually reduce or even eliminate the need for air conditioning, scientists say, all right? Now, the paint has now made itself into the Guinness World Records book as the whitest ever made. Now, I wanted to think about some interesting words that we could call this white paint. So I quickly checked Wikipedia, and this is a list of ethnic slurs by ethnicity. All right, let's quickly read this, and I think it'll be really interesting. All right, so white trash. We could call this paint white trash, but it's probably white gold actually. We could call it a honky. All right, it's pretty white. It's a goddamn honky. How about a hick? This white paint is such a hick, right? What about cracker? There we go. That paint is such a cracker. Hang on. What about whitey? I think we're on to a winner for that one. Okay. I told you guys may be offended. Look, I can say it because I am one of them. Okay. One of them. Continuing on with the thing. So the Guinness Book of World Records are the widest ever made. So why did the scientists create such a white paint in the first place? Well, it turns out that breaking a world record wasn't the goal of the researchers, right? Curbing global warming was, right? They've got bigger things in mind here, ladies and gents, all right? When we started this project about 7 years ago, they said, we had saving energy and fighting climate change in mind, said this man whose name escapes my brain because I am not Chinese. I am white trash. Anyway, a professor of mechanical engineering at Purdue University said in the statement, so the idea was to make a paint that would reflect sunlight away from a building, researchers have said. Look at that cracker. Look at that honky. Not him, but the paint, obviously. Now, making the paint really reflective, however, also made it really white. Now, how white, right? According to the Purdue University, the paint reflects 98.1% of solar radiation, while also emitting infrared heat. That's wow. Okay, now because of the paint absorbs less heat from the sun than it emits, a surface coated with this paint is cooled below the surrounding temperature without consuming power. This is huge for global warming, right? We could use this for buildings and cars and whatever else, right? So using this new paint to cover a roof area of about 1,000 square feet could result in a cooling power of 10 kilowatts. Now that's more powerful than the air conditioners used by most houses these days. What? But going back to my white car reference one more time, this is exactly why a white car is always cooler than a black car, because the color black absorbs the heat, the heat radiation from the sun a hell of a lot more than the color white, because it reflects, right? Because astronauts, they have the white suits. They've got to protect themselves from the sun. Now, this reminds me of an interesting story, right? Every time I walk down my main street, my local main street, I always bump into these local black youths. And for whatever reason, each time I bump into them or see them, they're always hot-headed. Too soon? Look, I told you guys would be possibly, oh, I'm offended. But hey, I'm on fire today with my black shirt and references. Going back to the actual story though, right? So typical commercial white paint gets warmer rather than cooler. Paints on the market that are designed to reject heat reflect only about 80 to 90% of sunlight and can't make surfaces cooler than the surroundings, but I'm guessing this one can. I'm pretty keen to start using this when it does come out, and it will be coming out soon, apparently, according to this website, right? So two features make this paint ultra white, apparently. A very high concentration of a chemical compound called barium sulfite. It's a big name, that one. Also used in photo paper and cosmetics. And different particle sizes of barium sulfite in the paint. Scientists at the university have said, apparently that's how we get it to work, right? That's how we get it super honky. Researchers at the Purdue University have partnered with a company to put this ultra white paint on the market, according to a news release. So look at this honky white cracker of a paint. I can say this because apparently I am one. I am Neo, the white paint cracker one. What do you think about this new technology? Could you cover your black roof tiles with this paint and have an absolute cool ass house in summer? I mean, yeah, that would be sick, right? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. We are on channel 2, which you are on right now, but of course we are on channel 1 where we make travel films around the world. Instagram, oh, there we go. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Tallboy Gareth. I've been tall. My name's Gareth. I will see you for tomorrow's fully sick honky of a video. Bye-bye.